Libby Schaefer. Izzy Alvarez. Sydney Oliver. Addie Gagin. Anna Sternow. Ella Doobie. Kara Joshu. Emma Hagen. Sophia Monaco. Let's hear it for Belleville West Maroons. Dimitrov. Olivia Goldberg. Lacey Hopkins. Ayla Holman. Davey Heiser. Lane Logan. Maggie Young. Kate Yosi. Ellie Neath. Let's hear it for your Edwardsville Tigers.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to tonight's varsity soccer game between the Belleville West Maroons and your Edwardsville Tigers. I'm Zach Kennett, and tonight I'm joined with Austin Yamnitz.
Hey Zach, how are we doing? We're here ready to watch some girls varsity soccer.
Tonight, coming into this match, your Tigers 8-3 overall, 5-2 in the Southwestern Conference. That's good for second place behind only the O'Fallon Panthers. The Belleville West Maroons 7-12-1, 5-3. That's good for third place. The Tigers 17th in the state of Illinois. The Maroons 146. And I'm not even going to read the national rankings because ours starts with 100 and theirs starts with 1,000. It's a factor of 10 greater, Austin. And do you think we're going to be a factor of 10 greater on the pitch tonight?
We can only hope so, Zach. Tigers looking to get a big win. Last game here that I was calling was that a devastating O'Fallon game. Tigers lost 1-0 in a late scoring goal.
That was in the 79th or 80th minute. Panthers took the lead. Tigers looking to strike early. Coming to this game, goal scoring leader for Edwardsville senior star Kylie Peel. She's tied for lead in points with Ellie Neath, the junior. For the Maroons in net, it's Brooke Stellhorn. She's played 1,582 minutes, 8-12-1 record. So maybe that record was the most accurate. And lets in about a goal and a half a game. That's something the Tigers can certainly take advantage of, especially compared across the pitch with Jenny Burrows, who allows just .68 goals per game. As Neath who just overruns it there. Austin, you still looking for that roster?
Just trying to figure out, we missing 2 Belleville West girls players, so just trying to go through and figure out who they are.
Yeah, it looks like some defenders. Number 9, I'm sure, is an unknown for us. Clean tackle there. It's number 4. Liv Schaefer drives up, turns it right over, kicks it back. That's number 9. Dimitrov. We've seen her have that agility and ability to break on the sideline. Will she be able to have a couple runs like that tonight? She's usually good for a couple. She had a lethal cross that she's been using to the tune of 2 assists this year. Neath battles. Back at the 40, it's Hockett, the salute commit. Way back to Burrs at the 25. 2 minutes gone, nothing happening yet. Tigers just trying to break them. Just tire them out, get the opportunity, get them open, get a good cross. Driving into the end zone. Cross. Couldn't get it to Neath. Was in the end zone. Pass. Couldn't get there. That'll go back to Burrows. Rocket out of the logo. I believe that's Kolmsburg on the far side of the field.
Well, Zach, I did find number 9. That is Ella Dube.
Okay.
But again, number 11 remains a mystery.
Dube looked to be a Dube,
Dube, D-U-B-E.
A defender for these Maroons. Maybe explains why she hasn't been able to register on the scorecard yet this season in these roughly 20-21 games, depending on who you ask, Max Preps or St. Louis High School Sports. There's a throw in from the 20-yarder. Pokes through in the end zone. Cross, and Stellhorn's going to wrangle that one pretty easily as Austin gets a nice Comic Sans, I will say, for the Belleville West roster. Some interesting design decisions for the Maroons when it comes to making their soccer roster. Now, just to get a peek behind the curtain as the mic's falling on the ground, we're sitting on a windowsill or near a windowsill, and we have 4 papers that are just kind of held there by the mic, by the feet of the mic. There's only 3 prongs, and we can only use 2 of them. One's, of course, in the windowsill. And we have 4 papers, so we're going to see how this goes. See what takes priority. Neath doesn't have that physicality, gets beat off the dribble pretty quickly there, but Peel has it. Calm, cool, and collected. Over to number 6, that's Olivia Kolnsberg.
Looks like we're finally all situated here in the announcer's booth. A little bit of chaos. Sorry for your ears, fellow listeners. Someone's going to go out of bounds.
But I think we do have the setup together. The doors closed, windows open. Showing off the guns right now. Looking pretty tan, Austin.
A little bit hot in here, Zach.
Yeah.
As of late, it has risen temperature
Yeah.
this past week.
Not a big humidity guy, so not thriving right now.
Selhorn kicks it out from the goal box. So we look to get going. Heading the other way.
Looks to be a free kick for the Maroons.
Just in midfield. Nothing too worrisome for the Tigers.
I say that now.
We do know, especially from that O'Fallon game, that things can definitely switch on a dime. In a matter of seconds, you can go from being tied to then losing. So dribbles back, Hockett looks to control, Burrows has it, gives it out to home, and Tigers look to flip the field.
Definitely have the speed to do it. Dimitrov, smart pass to Neath back. Great ball movement. In the defensive zone, turn it over to Schaefer. It's Kolnsberg.
Tigers have control. That's Kylie Peel, senior for this Tigers squad. As Lily Sheffer of the Maroons takes control. Tigers get it back. Getting it up the court, up the field, one will say.
Yeah.
Used to calling basketball games out here.
Well, don't start calling it a diamond. How was that baseball game on Tuesday? Everything go all right?
Belleville West, yeah, Tigers took control in about the 3rd inning. Never looked back. Belleville West obviously coming back for more now with their girls soccer team. Tigers looking to get their 2nd win against the Maroons this week. Boys baseball is up at Belleville West right now. And yeah, hopefully Tigers can get 2 wins against the Maroons tonight.
I believe we have a baseball tournament on Saturday that we'll be doing a double header broadcast of Topolis and I want to say Effingham, those type of schools. We'll say played them 6th grade in Scholar Bowl, not formidable.
Neath crosses to Homan. Homan working her way up the side of the field. Homan gets it off to Dimitrov. Kicked out of bounds, going to be Belleville West ball. One thing I find interesting is how they have ball girls on the side of the field, so play never really stops for too long. I remember playing on the soccer fields back in grade school. As soon as someone would kick it out of bounds, you'd have to run all the way back and get it. Big time waster.
Yeah, usually those are JV plays. I remember in my photography era, which I suppose I'm still in, but now I'm working these games. You know, you'd say hi to a couple of your underclassmen friends because, you know, they're on the JV squad, so they're, you know, fetching the balls go out of play.
Ellie Neath fights for it. It's going to be maroon ball. It's going to be a goal kick for Brooke Stellhorn. Stellhorn wearing the red jersey, being in the goal for the Maroons. Not the kind of red you would think, though. Bright red.
Yeah.
For being called the Maroons.
Well, it was interesting when we were playing O'Fallon. We had O'Fallon blue on, and I think their goalie had bright orange.
Peel loses the ball, trying to fight through 4 defenders. Peel gets it back. Tigers look to reset.
And noticing as Peel's got her sleeves rolled back, how is this humidity going to factor into stamina and just getting worn out?
Definitely going to need a lot of breaks tonight. Yeah, it is very humid out. Not so hot, but definitely very humid.
Over under on humidity percent, I'm saying 22. I don't know if that's high or not. Sounds pretty high. Let's check that. Austin, do you have a wager?
Definitely over. I would say probably around like 50, 60. Stellhorn now.
Humidity. So I'm working 52%. Is that exactly what you said?
I think I said 60. I
Okay.
think. Tigers fight for it. That's Kate Yosi. And the LA Neath tries to fight for it. Maroons get it out. And the Kylie Peel. Peel takes a shot, and it's blocked.
We know she's lethal from range.
Blocked by Sophie Monaco. Tigers get it back. Nice ball movement. LA Neath now, middle of the field. Gets it back to Peel. Peel. Around the defender, back to Neath. Neath works in the middle of the field. Takes it back out. Into the corner. It's Maggie Young in the corner. Maroons clear it. Hit the bleachers on that one. Tigers have had the possession for most of this game.
Yeah, that's part of the strategy I think come in is just to keep pressing because eventually they're going to tire out, the Maroons are going to tire out, and they're going to leave a Tiger open for a great goal.
Colesberg with a throw in. Kicked away. It's Kate Yosi.
Goes over the fence. Some dad's going to have to get that.
Yeah, Jenny Burrows not having to do a lot of work right now. Tigers have kept the ball on the Maroons side of the field this entire game. So that's Brooke Stellhorn set for the goal kick. One thing I do find interesting is how they overlap the soccer field and the football field. The end zone line's not exactly where it would be. It gets a little bit confusing, but once you get used to it, not very difficult.
Yeah, we're playing the yellow lines. It's just a bit wider.
Colesberg on the throw-in. Cross to Hockett. Hockett looks to take it up the right side of the field.
Here's Dimitrov. Perfect pass.
Ella Homan now. Homan goes around a defender. Peel, middle of the field. Gets it to Neath. Neath, 3 defenders around her. Dimitrov now. Dimitrov looks to cross. And the headers had knocked away. That was Izzy Alvarez on the defensive stop for the Maroons.
Yeah, just a great header to stop that Tiger offense, that Tiger threat. Could have done big damage early. 27-42 gone in this game.
Tigers look to have a corner kick.
Oh,
Kylie Peel now with the corner. Had to remind you, Zach, to hit the scoreboard. Kylie Peel crosses. Nothing there for the Tigers. It's going to be going the other way.
Yeah, not on my game yet tonight. We'll get warmed up. 13 minutes gone by in this game. Yeah, I am the graphics guy. I kind of pointed myself to that role for the scoreboard. We have a lot of great graphics for, corner kick or great goal, get on your feet type things. Just get the crowd that is here, hype.
That's a big boot for Brooke Stellhorn. Calling her name a lot. Tigers had the ball on the Maroon side this entire match. Neath, middle of the field, gets by a defender. All the way across the field. Maggie Young. And looks like they're going to call offsides. Not quite as familiar with the offsides rule.
Yeah, so just trying to remember from my FIFA days. There's going to be 2 defenders back usually, and you can't pass those 2 defenders. So, without the ball. So you can't cherry pick is basically what that rule is protecting.
Yeah, very different than any other sport, really. Neath gets it up.
I guess that's one thing we noticed with Ultimate Frisbee is that you could cherry pick in that sport.
Yeah. Maggie Young fights for it. Belleville West clears. Right to Peel. Peel. Shot on goal. Misses wide right.
Yeah, has the confidence. Just need to get something started there. Just missed.
Tigers just need to get one set to go, and then should be an easy goal for the Tigers. They've kept the ball in maroon territory this entire match. Stellhorn again with another goal kick. Stellhorn on the kick. It's going to go out of bounds. Tigers with the throw in. This is Ella Thompson. Freshman. Maroons look to clear. Peel headers. It's going to go all the way back to the defense. That's Olivia Kolensberg back there. Another senior for the Tigers. This will be Tigers ball as it dribbles out of bounds. Ella Thompson with the throw in. Cleared by Maggie Young. Right into a maroon defender. And cleared out again. Hockett switches sides of the field. Homan now. Figueroa. That's going to be maroon ball.
Yeah, came in a bit hot on Figueroa. Just had to deflect that to Dimitrov. Just velocity too high. That goes out of bounds for maroon ball.
Neath gets the throw in. Tigers look to switch sides of the field. Kolensberg now to Peel. Senior to senior. Homan now. Up the near side. Hockett, slew commit. Neath, Peel. Loses it to a defender. That's Addie Gagan. Jenny Burrows finally gets some action. Gets it back to midfield. Lane Logan now. Up the far side. Gets it up for Maggie Young. Not going to have the wheels to outrace Sophia Monaco. Monaco? M-U-N-A-C-O. How would you pronounce that, Zach?
Monaco.
Monaco.
Like Monaco, but with some letters switched around.
Thompson with the throw in. We're here. Head coach of the Tiger, Abby Fetterman, yelling at the Tigers, saying they need to get some more space. Peel now. Shot on goal.
Wow.
Blocked by Brooke Stellhorn. Stellhorn with the save.
Yeah, it's a great dive in action just to get there. Peel's always a threat. Keeps her head up, and it's a great stop.
Big throw. All the way back to Jenny Burrows. Burrows now. Wearing the blue jersey. Thompson now up the far side. Tigers get some momentum. Thompson gets it to Young. Young in the corner. Thompson crosses it. Maroons come away with it. Maroons look to get going. That's Addie Gagan now. Sternu back to Gagan. Sternu now. Hannah Sternow.
And the Maroons just kind of caught the Tigers sleeping on defense. Now the Tigers have had enough time to get 6 or 7 players back.
Sternow. And now that is Livy Schaefer. Schaefer on the outside. Holman. Good defensive play for Ayla Holman. Dimitrov now. Looks for reset for the Tigers. Thompson now on the far side. Back to Kolensberg. That's Figueroa. Bounces far. Thompson to reset, and they're gonna get a foul.
It's gonna be on the Maroons.
You have Addie Gagan. Push Thompson to the ground as they were both going for the ball.
Yeah.
About 19 minutes gone by in this first half. A lot of action so far. No goal yet, though, for either side. Neath crosses it to Holman. Holman sets it up for Dimitrov.
She has that speed. Can she get the ball? No. She can't beat it to the sideline. That'll be Maroon possession.
It's going to be a goal kick for the Mighty Maroons. Always found it interesting that they were called the Mighty Maroons, not just the Maroons. Definitely mighty.
Never heard anyone call them that. I didn't know that.
That is their official name, the Belleville West Mighty Maroons. Most people leave it off.
Yeah, my stepdad went to West. I don't even think he would know, and he went there 4 years.
Always found that interesting. The Mighty Maroons. Obviously, you got some simple names like the Tigers.
Yeah, well, my
Panthers of O'Fallon.
My dad was a corn jerker in high school in Hoopston. So there exists some creative names, but just not down here.
Holman now gets it to Neath. Neath comes from the basketball court, being the point guard for the Tigers, all the way back to Burrows.
And curious, the farthest touch Burrows has had, I mean, she's been playing mostly the 25-yard line, it feels. More like a center fielder than anything else.
You can always zoom out. Like a tap, and then it makes
Maroons looking to get going. Hockett
both of y'all are like.
steals it, gets it to Holman, back to Hockett. Hockett can play the midfield position for the Tigers. Dimitrov down the sideline. It's going to be Belleville West throw-in.
On somebody else.
Yeah, really respected the physical play of Blakely Hockett there. Just had him out-muscle a defender to get possession. A step-up pass for Dimitrov ultimately wasn't good, but still, able to make their way down the field so easily is a good sign early.
Oh, that's Kelly Flannery now. Another senior for the Tigers. Flannery gives it to Thompson. Thompson, green grass ahead, tries to get it to Figueroa. Unable to do so. Figueroa between two defenders. The Maroons clear it out. Hockett headers to Flannery. And they're going to set it all the way back to Burrows. 18:30 to go here in this first half. Tigers still searching for their first goal.
Yeah, unlike what you see in professional soccer where you have a increasing clock, we do have the traditional American decreasing clock here. The only reason soccer uses that, they hadn't invented stopwatches when soccer was first played. That's why it increases.
Very interesting to know, Zach. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Flannery just booted that a little bit far. Figueroa didn't have the speed to get there. West with the goal kick. A lot of goal kicks for the Maroons. Tigers have had a lot of shots on goal. Have yet to see one hit nylon.
Yeah.
Should be a Maroon throw-in. Maroons get it in. Clear it all the way out.
We're going to go in the bleachers.
Hit about, I'd say 6 rows up,
Yeah.
7 rows up.
Don't know if you could hear that on the broadcast mic, but we could hear it certainly from across the pitch.
Figueroa now fighting for it. And they're going to say it's Tigers throw-in. Tigers now in a good position. Thompson now. Thompson gets it to Figueroa. That's going to be a goal kick for the Maroons.
It's got to be pretty frustrating to have a great opportunity for a possession, just lose it pretty quick after that.
Stellhorn now.
One of you guys, it's over in the goal.
16:30 to go tonight in this first half.
Stellhorn with the goal kick. All the way out. That's Wiley.
What do you want to drink?
Neath. Stellhorn with the save. Been calling the name Brooke Stellhorn a lot here in this game. Doing a lot of work Maroons haven't really been able to get anything going. Dimitrov tries to fight for it. Neath gets it back to Dimitrov. Tigers look to run with it. Dimitrov gets by a defender. Dimitrov crosses. Wiley can't get a shot off on goal. Neath now fights through a couple of defenders. Tigers still have the ball in their possession. Homan crosses. Thompson with the header. That's going to go into no man's land. That's going to be a goal kick for the Maroons.
Okay, that's a goal kick. So, what do you guys?
Stellhorn now. Looking at the stat sheet, Stellhorn, 1,582 minutes. That is a lot of minutes for a goalie.
Yeah, these Maroons have probably played double the games we have at least. You know, we've only played 11, and it looks like they've played about 21.
Yeah, looking at their, what would you call? I don't even know. The Maroons are 7-12-1 on the season. Tigers come into this game 8-3. Both teams have similar conference records. Both teams winning 5. Tigers have lost 1 fewer than the Maroons.
Still, the Maroons ranked about 900 places below us in the nation. We're up at 124. They're at 1,315, 1,315.
Figueroa now. Should be a Tigers throw in. Thompson has the pink headband. Gives it to Flannery. Flannery. Shot on goal. Misses just off to the left. Another goal kick for Brooks Stellhorn.
Yeah, what that tells me is that we're getting pressure and we're getting shots off, and as soon as those start to, you know, self-correct with, you know, just statistically they're going to, that's going to spell, you know, a couple goals on the board for the rest of this half or maybe in the second half. Yeah, definitely good looks early.
Well, definitely a statistical thing is the more shots on goal, the more likely one of them is going to go in.
Well,
I don't think the Maroons have one shot on goal here today.
Well, it's the Dion Waiters quote, you know, I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9, because if I went for 0 for 9, then, you know, I lost confidence in myself.
A bit of a throw in Flannery.
I've used that advice a lot of aspects of my life, dating. But I think, you know, when you're shooting too, that's really helpful. It's going to fall eventually.
Maroons set to throw in. On the far side, Maroons finally have something going here. Stern now. Tigers try to steal it back. That's Peel. Peel tries to get it to Neath. Unable to do so. Monaco. That is Hagen. Far kick, Hockett. Gets it to Homan. Homan to Neath. Neath. Ready to run. Neath almost trips.
Yeah, almost
Neath
overruns.
pushed in the back. Neath tries to fight through 3 defenders. Hughes. That's Hagen. Clears it out. Stand out. Hockett.
Got that piece of grease.
Gets it back to Homan. On the near side. Homan. Tries to get it to Hughes. It's batted away. That is Schaefer. Schaefer tries to get it to Sterno. Hockett gets it all the way back to Burrows. Hockett now on the near side. Holman. Hughes, this is the furthest back the ball's been pretty much all game. Maroons almost get a steal. Flannery now has to fight for it. Gives it to Thompson. Back to Peel. Tigers' defense has been phenomenal so far. Haven't let the Maroons get near the goal. Tries to get it to Neath. Wiley now. Fights for it. Set up for Dimitrov if she can get there. Ellie Neath not able to get it. Another goal kick.
Well, it's interesting how this Tigers scoring outlook, their scoring threat differs without junior Mia Hook. you know, obviously a force on the pitch when she's playing. Been out recently dealing with injuries, so you know, someone like Ellie Neath has had to kind of, you know, play even bigger of a role. Obviously, 17 points, she's been phenomenal this year, but maybe that wasn't necessarily the bright lights she was expecting this season.
Neath now on the near side, crosses. Tigers almost score. Wiley with the shot on goal. Stellhorn with the save.
Yeah, that was just phenomenal. Stellhorn got down. She lost it at first, gathered it really quickly after that, and prevented another Tigers opportunity from, you know, crossing the line.
Here's Dimitrov to Peel. Peel now. Right to Hughes. Let's see what the Tigers can draw up here. Ellie Neath. Dimitrov. Fights by a defender. Dimitrov cross. Takes it back up and out.
Yeah, that's what Dimitrov's kind of known for, are those crosses. And a lot of times, you know, those are great to, you get the goalie, she has to move to, you know, cover the ball that's across the plane of the goal or the box. And that's really just an absolute lethal way to, you know, fool defenses and catch them off guard.
We are now over 30 minutes into this one.
Still tied, zip.
That's Kate Yosi back in to Peel. All the way back to Holman. The back line of Holm, Hockett, and Flannery have really kept the Maroons at bay on all of their clearouts. Has Addie Gagan. Now Flannery has it. Kate Yosi. Yosi, shot on goal. Saved by Stellhorn. Stellhorn, 104 saves on the season. Got to be approaching that tonight. A lot of shots on goal for the Tigers.
That's a shot about every 10 minutes. Maybe explains why, you know, she's so seasoned, is because she sees so much action. West defense maybe not as strong as the Tigers are. Again, Maroon's still looking for that first shot on goal.
Flannery clears it out. Monaco has size there for the defense in the Maroons. Thompson kicks it into trouble. It's going to be a Tigers throw-in. The throw-in to Thompson. Neath tries to get it to Yosi. Just a little bit far.
That far sideline has probably been the Maroons' best defender. I think that's probably the 7th or so pass that's just gone long. Either resulted in a goal kick or just a costly turnover that ruined an otherwise great-looking possession.
We do have a sub in for the Tigers. Flannery goes out. Kaylee Spiller comes in on the far defensive side for the Tigers.
Spiller, 1 assist on the season, so she is on the score sheet this year.
Has Spiller with the ball now. Crosses it back to Holman. Holman working up the near side. Has Dimitrov to her right. Gets it to Dimitrov in the corner.
Great pass. Can Dimitrov get there?
Dimitrov tries to cross it, and it's going to be a Tigers corner. Tigers have a corner kick. Now let's see if head coach Abby Fetterman has a play drawn up to get a Tigers goal here. We do have a wall blocking that far corner.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to see, folks.
Sending up his Peel on the corner kick. Peel now. All the way up and in. Tigers look to score. Stellhorn trying to save it. And they're going to get a penalty in the goal box.
Yeah, just been too physical and desperate there. And
so
looks like it'll be a PK, I believe.
It It looks like we are going to have a penalty kick now. So a shove in the back by a Maroon. It was very clogged back there. Couldn't hardly see who was there.
It'll be Ellie Neath taking it. Neath, 5 goals on the season. Looking for her 6th year. Can she beat Stellhorn? Her save percentage is just 77%. Neath.
Neath on the corner, or on the penalty kick. First penalty kick I've seen in person. Neath stares down Stellhorn. Be interesting to see which way she goes. Neath. Penalty kick is good! Tigers strike first in the 24th minute of this game. Ellie Neath on the PK. Tigers lead it 1-0. Oh, and they're going to make Neath redo it.
Oh, well.
Looks like we're going to have to run this one back.
Does she go same side, or does she cross Stellhorn up?
Ellie Neath now. Eyes down Stellhorn. Made the last one. Can she do it again? Neath! That's a Tigers goal as well. Neath gets it again. Hit the hands of Stellhorn. Stellhorn guessed right on the penalty kick. Neath had too much power behind it.
Yes.
Neath gets the goal.
Stellhorn tonight looks like something that I'd really like to see in a Tiger jersey. She's been phenomenal when faced with pressure. I mean, she guessed right, had hands on it, just couldn't finish the save. But Ellie Neath, great way to score both times, whether it counted or not. That's a 1-0 lead.
Very powerful kick there for Ellie Neath. Very impressive. Stellhorn guessed right, got a hand on it.
Yeah.
But the speed of the ball, Neath got the first goal for the Tigers in the 25th minute of this game. Hockett now.
I mean, it'd be nice to like kind of follow it up a little bit. Don't fully.
Has Debbie Heiser now on the near defensive front. Gagan. Sternau. Burrows clears. Be throw in for the Maroons. Izzy Alvarez on the throw. It's a DeGagan. Tigers regain possession. Holman with the throw in now. This will be another Tiger throw in. Holman again. Tries to get it to Neath. Spiller gets it back to Hockett. Hockett running the defense for the Tigers. Davey Heiser now. Peel to Dimitrov. Dimitrov has a head of steam. And he kicked out by the Maroons. It's going to be Tiger throw-in.
Yeah, Dubé just had the angle there. Dimitrov, you know, we know she's so lethal on that sideline. Just couldn't get it there.
In the corner.
Like, yeah,
that's going to be Maroon.
Yeah, Cochran just shot it out to the sideline.
I just could tell that the ball wasn't under screen, but
Emma Hagan on the throw-in for the Maroons.
That's what's coming out.
2:45 to go here in this first half.
Oh, okay. You're good. You just have to.
Hagan's throw in.
That's like a hard spot.
Neath has it. Maroon's gonna clear it out.
I would say.
Debbie Heiser now comes in for the throw-in. Heiser has the highlighter pink shoes.
But I'm on Dan.
Yeah, Davey's got a goal on the season. That's good for 2 points.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep
Has
going.
Cochran. Maroons clear it out. Back to Hockett. Hockett gets it to Heiser. Hughes has the orange shoes, matching the Tigers' colors. Heiser tries to get it right into the hands of Stellhorn. Good idea. Nobody was there. Stellhorn. Big kick. Right to midfield. Spiller.
Is Hunter causing problems?
Schaefer clears it. It's going to be a Tiger throw-in. Minute 40 to go here in this first half. Tigers lead at 1-0 off the penalty kick goal by Ellie Neath. Neath made 2 goals First one didn't count. Second one did count. Tigers lead at 1-0.
Neath now tied on the Tigers in scoring. She's got 6. That's tied with Kate Yusi.
Heiser now. Gets it up to Dimitrov. Dimitrov works the near side. Neath can't get to it. Fighting for it, Maroons. Clear it out. That's Gagan, Addie Gagan now. And the Maroons have a little bit of a 2-on-2 going. Stir now. And Jenny Burrows is there to scoop it up. Right at the edge of the goal box. 40 seconds to go here. Gotta think the Tigers have one more shot at getting a goal before they head into the half. Heiser gets it to Dimitrov. Dimitrov tries to get it to Cochran. And it seems like the Maroons are just trying to get into the half with a 1-0.
Yeah, trying to make a hard push here before half ends, but the Tigers not going to give it to him easy.
Neath gets it to Cochran. Cochran up the near side. Gonna be a throw-in. 9 seconds on the clock. And Tigers aren't going to be able to get anything off before the half comes to an end. So the Tigers lead at 1-0 as we go into halftime. Tigers have had possession for what feels like 95% of this game. Stelhorn's done a great job on goal for the Maroons, not letting hardly anything go by. And Zach will look to take over on play-by-play, I believe.
Yeah.
In that second half.
Yeah.
We will see you guys back here in 10 minutes on the Edwardsville Tigers Broadcasting Network.
We will see you. Thank you very much. Good evening, folks. As we welcome you back to the second half, let's look at what happened in the first. It was a bit of a gridlock, 0-0 until about the, I want to say, 30th minute, where Neath recorded. She was sent to the penalty box, or excuse me, I guess, I don't know what you'd call it. She was sent to the box to take a penalty kick. Made the first one, called back some infraction, made the second one too, even though Stellhorn did guess correctly and get a couple gloves on it. Takes a 1-0 lead.
Edwardsville softball got a 10-0 win, and it looked like they were playing Alton or Granite City, team in red and white.
Yeah.
Looking over the freshman field, freshman baseball winning 8-4 in the 7th inning. Looking over at the varsity field JV, playing baseball, I believe against the Maroons, they were winning 4-3. And I just checked the score, varsity baseball losing 4-0. In the bottom of the 6th against the Maroons, have one more shot to try and score.
Yeah.
And we get set back in this one. Tigers leading it 1-0 against the Maroons.
And while you were catching up with all around the sports complex, I think I was sitting in a puddle. So we're dealing with the aftermath of that. Maybe poor decision as Neath over to Grace Hughes on the far side.
Yeah, and that's Dimitrov there on the far side of your screen now. She was working up on the near side through the beginning, or for that first half. Peel gets shoved to the ground. It's going to be a free kick. Yeah, Dimitrov now on that far side. Same thing with Holman. Holman is also on the far side now.
Peel definitely has the confidence to go for a goal here. It doesn't look like she's going to be the one taking it, though. Trying to figure out where the ball is going to be placed.
Holman at about the 33-yard line on the far hash.
Lobs it in on the edge. And that'll be whistled down.
They're going to get offsides there on Maggie Young. Young just a little bit ahead of the defenders. Maroons now have a goal kick.
Which we've seen a lot in that first half. Plenty of times we just... Tigers had a great opportunity, just lost it over the far sideline. Great header from Peel, Figueroa.
Maroons have done a good job stopping this Tigers front. Tigers have had a ton of shots on goal and only 1 point to show for it. Now, you could also say that it comes from just the Tigers missing a couple shots there. But the Maroons have played fairly good on the defensive side. I mean, for the ball being on their side of the field about 90% of the time, to only have one goal to show for it, definitely want to tip your hat to the Maroons defense.
Here's an opportunity now. Number 7, Addie Gagan. Does she have the speed? Doesn't look like it. Tigers will gather that. Maggie Young. Gagan. Young pushes her off. Gagan roars right back in. Here's an opportunity for the Maroons. Did not get the right part of the boot on it. That'll go long. It'll be a goal kick for Jenny Burrows.
Yeah, Hannah Sternow didn't have much to do there.
Yeah.
It seems like Sternow, Gagan, and Schaefer for the Maroons are really the only three that have been able to get up the field. And as soon as they get up the field, there's about 7 Tiger defenders back to meet them.
Yeah, the Tigers do a really great job of sending the defenders back quickly and just collapsing on the ball.
And now the clock starts to tick away, almost 4 minutes in. Once that clock hits 0, if the score remains the same, Tigers are going to walk away with a W.
Up the field, it's Dimitrov. Did you get the cross? Into the net. No, it'll be stopped by Stellhorn. It was number 14. Lane Logan, excuse me. Lane Logan had a great opportunity there. Just couldn't convert.
Okay, we're going.
Yeah,
Bruh.
looking
Bruh, you gotta zoom.
at the goal box for the Maroons, Brooke Stellhorn, probably the name we called most in that first half. Stellhorn has had a ton of action. Tigers have had a lot of shots on goal. Stellhorn has held her own, has well into the upper single digits in saves. Only the one goal that was let up off a penalty kick. And to her defense, she did guess right. She just didn't have the strength to stop the kick from Ellie Neath.
Yeah, she had the gloves. Figueroa drives in, cannot get the shot off. It's stifled by the Maroons in the goal box. Figueroa is still looking for that first goal on the season.
And it's going to be a corner for the Tigers. And head coach Abby Fetterman, let's see if she can have a drawn up play here. Give the Tigers another goal. Give them the Tigers a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, last corner we saw that penalty, which Neath capitalized on, looking to see if we can get another successful turnaround here. And the Maroons will just throw that out pretty safely.
Logan now not afraid to shoot it. Logan tries to get it off.
Yeah, to try to shoot it through 3 defenders there, not a great look. And the weather's not a great look either, as we see coming in from the west some rain clouds threatening some curtains there. Hopefully they don't fall in the next 34 minutes. As the Tigers try to close this one out here.
Maggie Young not quite fast enough to get it before it goes out.
She was in full sprint there trying to beat the ball to the sideline, couldn't. It kind of looked like you out there on the track.
Yeah, track, we head up to Collinsville on Saturday for, I believe, conference. I believe there's 2 more track meets before sectionals, and then sectionals, you got to run the qualifying time if you want to get to that state meet.
And how close are we to qualifying in your race?
800 meters right now. I'm at like 2:03. Qualifying times of 1:58, so about 5 seconds. 5 seconds in a 2-lap race. It's a lot of time, but definitely doable.
Yeah. Well, you have that match day adrenaline. You know, let's be a big stage. You'll always do better.
You got 3 weeks as well until race time.
How many seconds can you expect to shave off in a week? Like, 0.75?
Depends on day to day conditions on the track. It seems like every single meet there's always something to complain about, or not complain about, but that's something that wouldn't be as good.
And goal! Tigers score their second. Great pass from Tatum Dimitrov. In 2-0 lead for the Tigers, and this will get called back actually. So if we can get in the club to stop playing. Shawty, it is not your birthday. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Tigers. As we figure out what exactly just happened.
Edwardsville Tiger goal.
Tigers do get the goal, it appears. Yep, Tigers now lead at 2-0.
Some confusion.
That was Ellie Neath on the goal. Ellie Neath now with 2 goals on the night.
Let's make some noise for Ellie Neath with her second goal of the night.
Neath wears number 22, has 2 goals on the night of her own.
Just looking for 20 more. Her 7th goal on the year puts her squarely in for second on the Tigers and scoring behind just Kylie Peel and ahead of Kate Yosey.
But I feel like the viewers can tell. if we're being lazy with our game.
8 minutes gone in the second half.
No.
There's a parabolic
We actually have 30.
kick off the sideline. Maggie Young couldn't get that to Neath.
But it matters. Like, if you get 200 people watching.
It'll be Izzy Alvarez, a captain for these Maroons, to throw it in.
Afterwards, it literally doesn't matter what the live is. I know, but we have to have a
And
standard.
they'll keep moving it
If we're not-
forward.
if we're not trying,
Alvarez again.
We shouldn't even be doing what we're doing if we're just gonna say, oh, it's okay.
And taking a live look into the baseball, Tigers have the bases loaded. Or not Tigers, Maroons have the bases loaded in the
no.
bottom of the sixth. Tigers already losing 4-0.
Who's on the mound for the Tigers? Get us out of this.
Tristan Lance does get the Tigers out of it. Tigers have one more shot to get
Because it doesn't look good.
4 runs here in the top of the 7th, trying to get the win
Yeah, well,
at Belleville West.
Austin, you and I have seen some absolute phenomenal single inning scoring outputs. 5, 6, 7 runs is not unfamiliar territory for Edwardsville. Edwardsville trying to go back to back as state champions.
Back to back to back.
Back to back to back, yeah.
Trying to go for that three-peat.
As we can see that line of state finalist recognition, those Illinois, I'm not sure if you can see them on your screen, but they're just past that far sideline.
Is one of the cameras crooked now?
Oh, Yosi now has an opportunity. Can't get it to it quick enough. Yosi fights for it.
Speed.
It's gonna dribble out of bounds.
Almost surprised that whistle it there. It looked like Yosi kind of had a couple hands on the Maroon that fell there in the end zone. But nevertheless, it'll be Belleville West ball.
If you move the legs,
About 9 minutes in. Stellhorn now. Haven't called her
Austin?
name as much.
I would like to say there's a message from your father in the YouTube chat
Then I need to mow.
that you should look at it. I don't know if you already saw it. Am I late to the party?
Maybe.
As we check
He
the
says you do
YouTube
need
chat,
to mow.
Yeah.
Daniel Yamnitz, Austin's father, checking into the chat. On net, no. Lead will stay 2-0. Austin, can we get a sit rep?
We'll have to go back and mow. We got 30 minutes. Should be enough time to get back.
I just saw you kind of look at a pretend watch, like you were.
Yeah.
With a running clock, we do know
Yeah.
there's 30 minutes left in the game. And I'm going to have to bolt out of here to get back in time. Definitely don't want to leave the game early, though. As Tigers try to get something going. Yosi now in the corner.
And oh, it's just deflected out. Great pass from Yosi. Just couldn't get the finishing touch on it. The goal is way out of the net. Here's your chance to strike. Tigers just can't get the angle. Maybe didn't know that Stellhorn was so far out of the box.
That was a great cross from Yosi all the way into Wiley. Wiley almost was able to header it in, got batted away.
Petrov up to Neath. She's got 2, looking for her third.
I hate this.
Drives in, cross, and header. Great idea, just didn't have the approach. Back out. Can't get it through. And I believe it'll be Alvarez who clears. Just had to go desperation mode to save that. 29 to go. Maroons down 2. They have to try anything that'll work to get them back on the register.
Tigers like to get going. Hockett playing more midfield in this half. Again, Tigers have had the ball for what seems like 90% of this game, possession-wise. Stellhorn, easy grab. Looks like a wide receiver out there, catching a pass
Yeah.
right into the bread basket. Stellhorn, another save. She's got to be getting close to the double digits.
No, the fluid.
Collinsburg Sr. for the Tigers.
Maroons have the speed, driving up quickly. Can they catch the Tigers napping? It's a one-on-one. Burrows comes in. Plays rescue there as Gagan couldn't beat the ball to Burrows.
Tell Daniel to.
So another threat mitigated pretty quickly. Maroons just haven't had a great possession in the offensive zone yet.
It's got to be very defeating if you're the Maroons.
Yeah.
You get by the Tigers' first line of defense, but then you end up running into Burrows as well. A very seasoned goalie.
Yeah, last year she played down the stretch. Oh, and that goal's just wide. Burrows played down the stretch in her freshman year into the playoffs. That season ended by O'Fallon. Started this year, been phenomenal. 935 out of 940 possible minutes. She has been all of that for the Tigers. Save percentage 87% compared to Stellhorn 77. So just absolute class out there.
Stellhorn on the goal kick.
Peel smartly lets that goal go out of bounds. Let the Tigers set up a bit more. Not so rush on possession there.
Now looking at Kylie Peel, she has an orange armband around her left forearm or left bicep with a C on it.
Yeah.
Signifying captain of the squad. Senior for the Tigers.
Now, Austin, tell me, I know you're going home to mow. What's the approach for mowing? Are you a row guy? Or are you just coming in and trying to box it all out and squeeze it towards the middle?
Spiral toward the middle. That's
Okay.
definitely the strategy.
You've got a throw-in person. You should get.
And we got 26 minutes here. Before I gotta make my quick dash out of here. Might get a personal best in the half mile trying to get back home. Get to my car. As we see Neath now.
Now, are you getting an allowance for this, or is this pure volunteer work?
Well, it just has to get done. Have to help
Yeah.
out the family. Young now crosses.
That'll be cleared out by West. 25 to go. They still have not mounted much of a threat yet. It's going to be interesting. Can they finally break through and get not just one, but two on the scoreboard? Have not shown any signs of that yet.
And Thompson checks back in for Maggie Young. Thompson with the pink headband. Freshman for this varsity soccer squad.
Still looking for her first points. Doesn't have anything yet.
Yeah, Ella Thompson, one of the better girls cross-country runners as well, so has the stamina.
Great stop there. Goes up to Kylie Peel. Over to Neath. Over to Hockett, the midfielder. And a screamer, and it goes straight to Maroon's back. That's got a sting.
Yeah, looking at Ellie Neath for the Tigers, it seems like she runs the point guard position out here on the pitch, very similar to how she does on the basketball court.
Yeah, she doesn't necessarily have the physicality, but definitely can have that agility to weave through defenders.
And to see her goal stats as well, doesn't have the most goals on the team, but is in second for most assists. So definitely a facilitator. Stellhorn gets the save. Yeah, a facilitator for this Tigers squad.
Great try there. Stellhorn just said was it. She probably got, I would say, 7 or 8 saves on the night. Just let 2 in. Both off the boot of Ellie Neath. Have the angle. It's number 8, Hannah Sternow. Shot. And it's through the uprights, not into the net. Maybe that Maroon's best opportunity yet tonight. Can't score. Still 2-0 Tigers. Austin?
That's one of the first shots on goal for the Maroons tonight. And for the Tigers, you got to feel good that one of their only shots was a desperation kick with everyone running down the field. Didn't really get a set possession, just had to go on the run.
Now, Austin, if this game still doesn't look close with the final 10 minutes, I'll be more than happy to let you go home and tend to your yard.
We got to stay here all the way through and through. 23 minutes. It's only an extra 10 minutes. It'll be fine. Rain isn't supposed to start coming in until about late 7s. about 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I gotta go over and help. We're doing our setup for Yearbook Day tomorrow. It's where we give everybody their yearbooks, which we've worked so hard on through the year. So getting all the tables and everything organized shouldn't be too bad. Just had to wait for after a volleyball game, which is not per the usual. But what
Volleyball game, and I've heard there was an orchestra concert here tonight as well.
There's an opportunity now to be cleared out. Yeah, luckily we don't have to put your finger around the orchestra concert, but some of our members are in orchestra as well, so that does limit the amount of people we can have working.
Cross out Stellhorn with another save.
I'm sure they're going to love having me show up sweaty and exhausted. More than happy to help out.
I forgot to change that hat.
And with a big shout from the Maroons head coach, Jason Mathena, gets the foul call on the Tigers, so it's going to be Maroons ball heading from left to right.
One of the best opportunities they've had yet tonight. Can they convert on the 44-yarder? I was 5 minutes late. Interesting, they have 3 offensive players back. You'd think you want to send all your scorers up. Maybe that's why, is that ball gets immediately booted back into offense. Cannot settle.
So I can switch off.
Oh, Peel now has it. Looks to flip the field for the Tigers. Peel.
Way over to Thompson.
Definitely wanted to note as well, Thompson, you might know the name, one of the police officers here, the father of Ella Thompson, Officer Thompson, does phenomenal work at the high school, keeping all of us students safe throughout the school day.
Officer Thompson helped me try to find my stolen bike. Sophomore year was a ride of a lifetime, and let me kind of turn the golf cart into a police cruiser for a bit of time as we investigated the scene of the crime. It turns out if you leave your bike unlocked over the weekend, it will disappear. If you want more safety tips, just let me know. I learned that one the hard way twice. Thought after I did it the first time, you know, can't happen again. It did. So just watch out for that.
They're going to get the foul on Hockett. Sternow with the free kick now. Maroons, first time Maroons have had the ball inside the 30.
Yeah. It'll be Alvarez taking it. Hockett pretty physical. That's going to warrant some fouls at some point. Not carded. You do wonder if you pressure some more, is that what's going to happen? Alvarez to the end zone, headed straight out. Here we go. Oh, overran it there. 19:30 to go.
I'm gonna go close.
That's Cochran on the far side. Neath over anticipates it. Kate Yosey unable to get to it.
Yeah, that's something that the Tigers are going to need to master a bit more going into the playoffs. They're overshooting passes and overrunning passes in some cases as well. Gotta work more on tighter passes, making sure everything's tight. Especially, it's looking more and more like we're going to be facing O'Fallon, whether it's sectionals or regionals or what have you, but gotta watch out. I will say, smoked O'Fallon in journalism, so another state championship we don't need to worry about.
I can't switch.
Flannery throws it in.
Abram, you cannot leave yet.
Peel over to Hockett. To use
Sam got it. Okay, switch.
at the 20. Making our way.
That's Cochran. Maroons settle for a throw-in. Ellie Neath now.
And then immediately go the other way. It'll be maroon ball.
Oh boy.
Looks like Elsa Hubble on the throw-in for the Maroons. Neath steals it. Oh, can't get going.
And that'll go over to the trainers 4x4 and to the Belleville West mighty Maroon, you could say. Head coach Maroon offense not looking so mighty yet. 17 minutes to go, still down 2. Burrows looking for another shutout.
We are falling apart. We are actually falling apart.
Over halfway in the second half. About 17 minutes to go. You could say that we are in the fourth quarter of this game.
Yeah.
If there were quarters.
Dude, you're yelling so loud.
Hubble has another chance to throw in.
So.
Neath with another steal. Neath fighting like 4 defenders underneath there.
Throws it still. Tiger ball. Here's the throw in.
So you see a sub in Heiser out for Spiller. Kaylee Spiller into the game.
A great boot there. Goes again, but through the uprights, not to the goal though. Trying to get anything, wasting as much time as possible, making sure Maroon does not have the time to mount that comeback.
Hockett, very strong legs, very powerful kick. Can make it from about 25-30 yard line. Thompson fighting for it.
I will say, just looking, we're 17th in Illinois, but 124 in the nation. It's kind of interesting just how dominant the Midwest is in soccer. Thinking of girls sports, softball kind of dominates the South, but Midwest has a lot of soccer, a lot of softball, and that's kind of evident in our showing. We're ranked so lowly in Illinois, but ranked so high in the nation.
Yeah, and I heard you say softball. The Tigers just picked up a 10-0 win, I believe, against Alton in softball. So great win for them tonight.
Let me check over on the baseball score. I know we were down big at the top of the 7th, the bottom of the 7th. Opportunity for Flannery. In. And she scores! Stellhorn misplayed it. Kelly Flannery, her first goal of the season for the senior. Kelly registers 3-0 game, 15 minutes to go. What a shot for Kelly.
Kelly Flannery, defensive specialist for this Tigers team, scores her first goal on the season.
Kelly Flannery.
Yeah, Flannery registered as a defenseman or defender. So you don't see a lot of defenders on the score sheet, but she is now on the season. 1 goal, 2 points this year.
Stellhorn, it looked like she misread it. It went right through the hands of Stellhorn, and Flannery scores her first goal on the season. Big kick for Flannery. Puts the Tigers up 3-0 against the Maroons, about 15 minutes to go.
And this game might be finally put to rest. Hockett over to Grace Hughes.
Zach, you wanted to know that baseball score. Tigers plated 2 in the top of the 7th, but couldn't get the comeback. Tigers lose 4-2 against the Maroons at Belleville West. Baseball moves to 16-7 on the season.
Yeah, Tigers not necessarily have that dominant start on the diamond this season. Shot rather cross.
Thompson tries to track it down. And one thing, you could look at the last, I believe 2 years for the Tigers. A key thing that I've heard from the coaches is that, if you would have asked them at the beginning of the year, would this team be able to win a state championship, they'd say, I don't think so. But Tigers always get better when the season comes down to an end. Once late May starts to hit, early June when the playoffs start, Tigers play phenomenal.
Well, and I don't know how tight the playoff scheduling is, but I'm sure you're able to play your aces more. A guy like Joe Shiroto, Tigers' best opportunity in net. Stellhorn misplayed it, and she's down. Gets back up.
And it looks like they're going to call a free kick.
Yeah, for the Tigers, Stellhorn looked a bit roughed up there, moving the shoulder, trying to get her arm back into play.
Neath with her hands on her head.
And Stellhorn will stay in, it looks.
Neath frustrated.
Stellhorn's going to come out of the game. It'll be the sub, probably Lily Brown. Played the second most minutes for these Maroons. But back to the baseball Tigers. As we wait for the substitution because of injury. Yeah, late starts obviously are key, but we lose a lot of great players. You know, obviously to graduation last year. It's going to be interesting, how do we replace that? And a slower start than I think a lot of us had expected, even given the team's tendency to do so. It'll be a long road, but if there's one thing a Tim Funkhauser team knows how to do, it's get hot at the right time.
It's happened the last 2 years in a row. And I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen this third year. It seems like the Tigers, when all odds are against them, they still find a way to win.
And it looks like Lily Brown, number 1, for the next woman up in net. 13 minutes to go.
And with this substitution for injury, the clock does stop. And it gets started back in play. Cochran near midfield. Tries to save it. It's going to be a Belleville West throw-in.
Yeah, if I'm the Tigers, I'm just trying to waste as much time as possible. Just try to clear it down towards the offensive zone. Don't even worry about trying to get an
and there's
player.
The sub in back for Brooke Stellhorn. And you can see why Ellie Neath was so frustrated there.
Yeah.
Stellhorn goes out of the game for what seems like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And immediately checks back in. Gotta wonder if she really was injured there.
Well, I'm not sure how exactly the rules work, but I'm sure if you go down and have a foul because of injury, then you have to come out of the game for some length of time. I'm sure that's just what happened there, is Brown just kind of was a figurehead of sorts in net for a couple minutes there.
Kolensberg looking to track it down. Got another senior for the Tigers. Tigers have a couple seniors. Highlighted, Kylie Peel works the midfield. Kelly Flannery more on defense, same with Olivia Kolensberg.
Thompson, far side, or rather close side, far side, I guess towards the left. As that cross will go out of bounds towards the scoreboard.
Yeah, Figueroa cross. Nobody was there to receive this. Receive the cross. Maroons ball on a goal kick. 11:30 to go here. Stellhorn.
.3-0 lead. Maroons need to completely revitalize their offense. It's been missing all game. Burrows has not had to do much at all. Peel gathers it by the sideline. Hughes over to Lane Logan. Up to Ella Thompson again.
It's nice to see what the players are
Logan.
Tigers have good spacing.
how they're reacting to what she's doing.
Thompson in the corner, saves it, looks to cross. It's to Logan. Logan's cross.
Headed out. Just want to take this opportunity to shout out people within EHS Broadcast, and Maroons have the angle. It's Sophie Munico. Can she get the cross? Shot on net. Great header as we look. A substitution. It's Bren Eder in net instead of Burrows, trying to get some reps for Bren in a game that's been put away. Flannery wrangles. How about the 10? Move up to Lane Logan. Yeah, just wanted to shout out everyone at the broadcast, everyone that supports us. Obviously, our athletic director, Amy Boscolo, comes in and has really supported our program. Tennyson Rose, who's working the director, producer, whatever his formal title is right now, working the TriCast. Yeah, just everybody that's supporting us. I know we have a lot of influx, a lot of new camera people. Really great to see them. Our very own Khan is running for class treasurer for his class, so congrats to him. 9:41 to go. Tigers taking all their time up the field. Trying to just end this game without any threat. Peel. And there's going to be a whistle. Gets the shot off. It was a pretty great look for a kind of angle she had to work with there.
They're going to say Peel got the foul there, and it's going to be maroon ball. Okay, looking in goal now, Bryn Eder coming in for Burroughs has that highlighter green with the black arm sleeves.
Yet to face a shot this season. This will be, I believe, her second appearance. 5 minutes so far this year.
That's Cochran on the far side.
I'm sure Jenny Burroughs is happy to have the rest.
Okay, Yosi checking back in, has the pink shoes.
Of course, she could have been picking dandelions for most of this game, and I don't know what to tell the difference. Most of her touches came at the 20-yard line.
I was going to send Kylie Peel to the bench. That's Figueroa. Lane Logan. Hughes. Nothing cooking for the Tigers. It's going to roll out. It's going to be a throw-in. Tigers looking to take over. Hughes. Wiley. Gets good spacing. Yosi there.
Thompson pressures. Yosi. And Izzy Alvarez. Flannery out of bounds.
Flannery clears it. Had that big goal there.
First of the season for Kelly. Now, you've played with Kelly on the unified basketball court. Walk me through what she's like as a teammate.
Very competitive, a great competitor. And you saw it there on that goal. Obviously a great teammate as well. Everybody on the unified basketball squad loves her. Gotta assume everyone on the soccer team loves her as well. Great teammate all around.
Yeah.
Definitely a great competitor.
Bites. There we go. Grace Hughes stumbles off the tackle. Figueroa doesn't have the angle. It'll be maroon ball. 7 minutes for 3 goals. Austin, is it probable?
Don't want to speak too soon, but the way this game has been going, Maroons haven't had many opportunities.
But here's one, as it'll be Morocco. Up to Gagan. Got the shot at the new goalie. High. It's between the crossbar and the goalpost. It rattles around for a bit. A great look. That's the first shot on goal. The first shot that's hit any part of the net or the goalie for Belleville West tonight. So maybe we should watch exactly how much we're saying. I don't want to jinx anything. 6:30 to go in this second half. 3-0 Edwardsville lead.
So Gagan hits the post, the wrong post. Hits the post too high. And that's interesting, having the field goal post right behind the goal. You gotta assume they gotta hit that a lot, very often.
Yeah.
One would think.
Well, and you don't necessarily have a clear target, because if you're looking up, obviously, you're gonna see the yellow before you see the white. So it might explain why so many shots have been going high tonight.
And as I peer out the window off to the right, you can look at the varsity field. JV's playing right now, beating the Maroons 6-3, trying to make up for that varsity loss.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, Juliet's a bit of a drive. Hoping I can find some way before my junior year and then senior year is out to watch some Edwardsville playoff baseball, whether it's calling it, taking pictures, or just sitting there in the stands. Definitely want to miss out on that. Definitely a great powerhouse program.
Yep.
Just want to catch that live.
Cochran who fights for it. Figueroa not close enough to get to it.
Final 5 of the game.
Maroons look to take over, but Spiller's there. She's going to get it back to Eder. Tigers still controlling possession. Under 5 to go. Hughes near the 30. Wiley, Tigers might try and look to score here. Figueroa just doesn't have the speed.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to be bursting that much this late in a big lead. Just try to take as much time off the clock as possible. Don't necessarily need to be rushing to get a touch.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Zach,
Sure.
but before this game started, you said that it was going to be a 3-0 ball game.
I did say that. I don't know if we can rewind the tape. I think that might have been pregame, but yeah, that was just knowing that we're an 8-3 team playing a 7-12-1 team. I have a pretty likely to have a pretty big win. Not as much parity in high school sports as there is in the pros. So,
well, and not so much to just be close, but to hit it on almost the exact number with about 3:40 to go here.
Yeah.
You might have had a perfect call
On
on what the score would have been. Not one number off. Very impressive. Looks like you know your soccer stuff here.
I would like to say so, but I don't know if I can in good faith. 3:25 left on the clock. There's going to be a stoppage here. Does that look like an injured player? Just goal kick. We get back into the swing of things. Eder. Up to the 35.
Yeah, and it looks like Olivia Colmsberg's walking back to the sideline. Could have been one of those things where just got a little bent up there and just had to get off to the sideline so they could resume play, get this game over with. Oh, Yosi just misses.
It's not a high pressure situation, so it's no harm, no foul. If maybe Colmsberg got bruised and just figured it was better just to catch her breath for the rest of the game than try to rush anything back on the field. 2:50 to go. And the Maroons look as defeated as they have all night.
Stelhorn with about 100th goal kick, it seems, on the night. Maroons kick it out, so it's going to be Tigers' ball. Thompson with the throw-in.
Over to Alvarez.
Call out of bounds. Tigers again with the throw-in. This time deeper in the corner. Thompson, Logan. Thompson now. Figueroa and Maroons try to clear it out. Tigers fight for it. Figueroa gets it, moves back to her left. Figueroa still fighting. Gives it back to Hughes. Hughes set to clear. Holman now on the far side. Holman, a minute 45 to go. About 100 seconds left in this game. Figueroa fighting for it. Going back and back. Spiller now. From the defense, Hughes has the orange shoes. Crosses it back. This might be the last opportunities for the Tigers to put one on the board. Crosses it back to Logan. Logan. Got a bucket. 18 to go. That's Wiley fighting for it. Wiley. Shot on goal, and Stelhorn is there to scoop it up.
Might have saved my score prediction there. 60 seconds on the clock. No sides really looking to be too aggressive right now. Just want to get off the pitch as soon as possible.
I mean, a push in the back there by Spiller. Spiller didn't have position. Had to find some way to get the Tigers in a better spot. Ended up pushing the defender. About 40 seconds left. Madison Smith now with the boot. Definitely don't want to give up a goal here. Keep the shutout alive. Wiley fights for it. Tigers might have one more opportunity. Figueroa
25 seconds.
Up the near side, 23, Figueroa.
Here's Thompson on her left as you see here.
Tries to cross it to Yosi. Stellhorn diving save. 10 seconds on the clock. This looks like it's going to run out.
6-5. Player of the game for EHS Broadcasting. Got to be Ellie Neath. 2 goals. And that'll be a 3-0 shutout of the Belleville West Maroons. Takes us to 9-3 on the season. 6-2 in the conference. Belleville West Maroons followed a 7-13-1, 5-4 in the Southwestern Conference.
Yeah, and you said it there, Ellie Neath, player of the game, 2 goals on the night. Definitely want to give a shout out to Kelly Flannery as well. Had a goal of her own, especially from the defense. Definitely hard to do. It's been a great game here tonight between the Tigers and the Maroons. I've been Austin Yamnitz.
I've been Zach Kennett. Austin, you have to mow, and I have to go do yearbook setup, so we will see you as soon as we possibly can for the next stream.
And as always,
let's go Tigers!
Go Tigers.